Thank you so much for allowing me to testify today.
Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Last on this panel, we will hear from Alexander Stein.
Starting time.
Thank you so much for having me. And guys, let me tell you something. The issue is there are some people that are excluded from services, especially myself. I have a unique situation. I was dating a woman that I met on the internet, and we'd been going out. We were living together. We were engaged to get married. Come to find out, she ends up having a boyfriend. That guy assaulted me. They ended up moving into the apartment. I had nowhere to go. I went and looked at every social service possible, telling them I was a victim of not only domestic violence, but because I was hit by my fiance's new boyfriend, I didn't qualify for this help. I literally had to relocate. I lost my job. I had to move back to Texas, and I want to get back to Manhattan. I have my records there. I have so much stuff in that apartment, and I was denied these services based on the fact that I'm a man. She not only did she do physical stuff to me, she has photos of me. She has blackmail of me, doing stuff that I would have never have ever done without her influence. But because I'm a man, I don't get to be a victim. Somehow she can manipulate me. She can drain my bank account. She can post pictures of me on the internet and send to my Facebook friends to humiliate me and get me fired from my good job that I built up at a bank that I worked for 8 years. I'm gone. They sent pictures of me in positions that I regret doing under the influence of alcohol and drugs that she gave me. I was completely sober. I met her in a drug rehabilitation chat room, and that was the worst mistake of my life. And when I go and I try to ask for help from covering the house, they say, no, oh, we don't care about your fiance's boyfriend hitting you. Oh, that we don't protect you. That is a male-on-male crime. That's not under our jurisdiction. So now what am I? I don't have a car. I have nothing. I'm freezing. It's a pandemic. And because I'm a guy, because I was born with the wrong chromosome, I get no help. I get denied social services. When I was exploited just as bad as any man has ever exploited any woman, losing every single thing I had. The only thing that I kept, luckily, is I still have our dog. That's the only thing I got to keep. That's the only thing that brings me any joy anymore. And now she's with some 19-year-old guy who's a personal trainer with a bunch of tattoos who looks like he's some sort of MS-13 gangbanger. And what am I supposed to do when I need help? You deny me. Why? Because I'm not the right sex. How is that inclusive? How is that equity? Ask yourself that. Why do we base everything on gender, only helping women? Why can't we help men that are victims of this? So we need to really look at this from an outside perspective that is not excluding people because they're male. Thank you very much for addressing the council.
Thank you for sharing your testimony.
Thank you for your testimony. Before I turn to Chair Caban for additional questions, I'd like to remind council members to use the raise hand function in Zoom to indicate that they have a question for this panel. Chair Caban?
Yes, I mean, before I ask a question, I just want to reiterate my gratitude, especially for the survivors and victims who offered their very personal testimony.